beautiful and amazing people. It's been a while since I did a vlog, and let me start first of all by apologizing even before I welcome you to my channel. I know we left at the friends challenge that we were doing, and we were supposed to do a part 2. So tulikuwa na nili experience challenges with a good phone, but that's why we are here today. Today's content, it's about how I actually got my iPhone 15 Pro Max. How about that? Anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. We have been waiting for you so that we can continue with this content. Actually, when you're not watching, not subscribe, you're the reason as to why we have not continued with this content. But anyway, for those who have been here, thanks a lot for always supporting me, for always encouraging me, for always telling me to at least do more and more content. And trust me, since now we have a good phone, hey, content mtapata mpaka mniambie yo, you need now to go for a break. I think that is enough. But anyway, how are you doing? How is you and you? You can write down the comments below. Maybe you are there, you've been experiencing the toughest time of your life, especially this year. I know this year has been having a lot of runs, both positive, both negative, losing people we love, connecting with new people, networking and all that. But either way, that is not the reason as to why we are here today. So how did I actually get my iPhone 15 Pro Max? Let me tell you guys, indeed I serve a living God. Can I hear an hallelujah, hallelujah? There you go. So it was, you see the way you can meditate on something and then you're like, I would actually love to have a V8. I would actually love to have a Lexus or this and thing. And then you sit down a minute and you're like, well, I would love to have all that, but with which money? Like, even if you're getting money, you're wondering, will you ever get to the target? So I've always meditated on that. Like, I always told myself, me, one day I'll have an iPhone. But naka najiuliza, lakini iPhone na ina range from this amount, mimi ninunue iPhone na hiyo pesa yote. I'm like, I can do anything, I can do something else with that money. That Kikuyu mentality, me ni economizer. By the way, I'm such an economizer. And to cut the long story short, I remember it was this one time it was during my birthday. By the way, my birthday is on that 1st July. It was during my birthday, and I remember after a week later, I was actually chatting with a friend who actually lives in Kenya, but he had gone to the US. And so I was chatting with him, and then he was like, yo, by the way, I remember your birthday had passed and I never bought you a gift or anything. So what would you like? Like, uneza penda, uneza taka nini? And then I was trying to think, umse ako USA, nasikianga vyetu za US ni origi. Si kama hizi zetu za, okay, zetu si ati ni mbaya, for us they are okay, but for US, people, they criticize shoes. When it comes to shoes or clothes and everything, they're like, yo, this is fake, we're used to original. So I was like, I think I would love to have a pair of shoe. And then I'm thinking, na madina dresses huko pia zinakaanga poa. I was just thinking a lot of things. And then jokingly in the last text I said, you can get me an iPhone. And then I used a laughing emoji. And then that is what actually got his attention. So he was like, an iPhone? Yeah, okay. Which iPhone? I was like, wait a minute. Are we actually discussing about this? Like, is it that serious? And so I was like, an iPhone 12. That time I had done my research and I was like, an iPhone 12 is good. Of course, within this year, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was already on the market. And ile pesa yenye ilikuwa inauzwa, I remember myself, I had posted about it. I was like, hey, afadhali shamba kamulu. I cannot invest in such kind of a phone. And so he was like, iPhone 12. Then he asked me, why not an iPhone 15? Because I'm in the US and that is the latest. I'm like, relax. Let's take this step by step. Kuja pole pole. I said, I want an iPhone 12 Pro Max and I'm okay with it. And then he was like, no, I'm actually planning to get myself an iPhone 15. So why should I not get you an iPhone 15 Pro Max? I was like, wait a minute. That iPhone is damn expensive. Please. I was like, please don't get me an iPhone 15 Pro Max. I know You're sitting there and you're wondering, kwani dem kichwa yake ni mbaya? But I was like, yo, this is too much. Like, this is too much. I'm not even related with you. Like, we are not that close. I mean, like, how is that possible? How is that going to happen? And so the guy was like, Ebu, think about it, and then you tell me once you've settled your head in your mind. And again, I sit down. Nikaenda, I started doing again some research, especially on the amounts. Nona iPhone 12, 15 Pro Max in a range from 250,000 Kenya shillings. I'm like, Nikambia, I have thought about it. I have digested about it. I have think about it. Nimewaza nikawazua. And I have concluded an iPhone 12 Pro Max it is. And let me tell you guys, the guy kept on insisting and was like, yo, I'm not going to get you something that's like you Elisha Peter. Why should I not get you a good thing? Like, you deserve the best. And I was like, by the way. And then I just agreed into it, like not knowing it will actually come to pass. And so I was like, okay, you can get me whatever you decide. And so he had pre-ordered it. After now we have decided he had pre-ordered it. And so he said, your phone is going to arrive at this certain time because I'll be coming to Kenya at this certain time. Let me tell you guys. May I remember even when he took the photo and he was sending me, telling me that your iPhone is here, I was like, okay. I was like, wow, thank you. That's so nice. I can't wait to have it on my own hands. Akili yangu ushekwa na ile mentality ya you don't see anything. Yani, sijui, I don't know how I can really explain this. Cause nilikuwa like, how? We are used to, if a man is getting you something, it has to be in form of an exchange of, something. So I'm like, it's not like this guy wants me. It's not like this guy is planning for something after. Like, why? How is even this possible? And so I'm just seated like this, and then he tells me I'll be in Kenya at this around time, so you can plan on how you're going to meet so that you can have your phone. Hey, me acheni niwaambie, sikuwa nimeamini. I remember even when I went to be handed over the phone, I was still going there with doubts. I was like, me, an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Kenya tuko watu wangapi wako na iPhone 15 Pro Max? I need security, I need reke, I need FBI, I need SWAT, I need all the forces unit. And let me tell you guys, so finally the guy came to Kenya, and we met na huko Ngong Road. And when I was handed over the phone, nakumbuka nilipewa, it was of course in the box and then kwa paper bag. I never even, nilikuwa nimechanganikiwa mpaka I remember he was like, yo, can you check if that's what you wanted? I'm like, yes. Yani niko nimechanganikiwa. And so I remember because while I was going back to town, nimeweka kwa bag na feel ni kama nimebeba maisha ya mtu kwa, I'm like, yani even you see someone looking at you and you're like, hey, this guy is targeting me, this guy. Si unajua pako yenye tu umeenda M-Pesa kutoa pesa bingi, hapo umeenda kwa bank, and then unajishuku tu na kila mtu anakuangalia, it's like they want to steal from you. So that is what happened. And so I went and then to Tao, and I remember calling my friend Josh, and then I told him, yo, I have the iPhone 15 with me. He was like, where are you? Where is it? And he couldn't believe. And so afterwards, sikuwa nimeambia my friend Nduta. And so I wanted to surprise her. So this time I tell her, yo, unaweza pika sapa na come home. She was like, okay. So I started telling her, yo, I have an iPhone 15. I remember she was up, unajua unakuanga na jokes mingi, sijui nini, until I removed it from my bag. Hey, that girl. See, by now you should know, Nduta, if you umepitia Instagram yangu ama status zangu, you should know the girl I'm talking about. This girl akaanza kujichocha, hey, sasa simu yetu imefika, nini. I'm like, yo, Nduta, I'm warning you again. Remember I told you, if you take a picture or a video with my phone, it only stays in this phone for 24 hours. 24 hours, if you have not transferred your pictures and videos from whichever platform you think it's possible, I will delete them. And I've told this to Nduta in front of everyone who is watching me right now. Can you please warn her? Warn her for me. But anyway. But yeah. So there was the phone. And I tell you, mi nakumbuka, before I even started using it, I think it had not got into my head. But to my friends, they were overexcited even more than me. And I was like, wait a minute. I kept on looking at that box like, yo, I am owning an iPhone 15 Pro Max. How? Like, just like that, and that's it. By the way, let me tell you guys, ever since I was handed over the iPhone 15 with that friend of mine, we have never been into communication again. It was like a blessing in, I don't know how I can really explain it. Ushaona ile yenye unakaa hivi sasa una time unangojea uambiwe yo, can you now come over to my place, you know, can we have lunch, can we have nini? Nothing like that happened. And I think it got to my head after a week, maybe having the phone, because I was not using it. I never recorded anything. I never posted anything. That's why I'm actually bringing this content to you right now, because haikuwa imeingia kwa akili yangu. I got this iPhone at around October there. And so that's how it was. Like, I couldn't believe, like, this is me owning such a blessing. And one thing I would say I learned is that God really knows the desires of your heart. Because let me tell you guys, me, I have been struggling doing content kwa sababu ya simu. I used to use an Infinix. You see, this is the phone that I've been using all through. And every time I would plan to do content, yes, I have a lot of content, especially the times that I used to travel. The time I was in Uganda, the time I was in Tanzania, nilikuwa na struggle. You know, I had to borrow a phone. Alafu naambia mtu nitumie hizo videos na Telegram, unapata video ime lose quality, unapata mtu take years before kutumia video until you just give up. You be in nice places where you see content you cannot be able to record because the quality is bad, you know, and I'm trying my best to give you some nice quality and capture the best things, you know. And it was very hard for me, and I never saw this coming, you know, as fast as possible. I would say 2023 has been such a blessing. I mean, there is a Bible verse in the book of Ecclesiastes that say, better is the inakwanga aje, I don't know, I'll find it. Let me just find it for you. I want that to be an encouragement to a lot of you who are actually watching me, so that you can know. Let me just, give me a second, guys. And I was like, God really knows the desires of your heart. He knows what you want, like, not what you need. Yeah, it's actually Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. It says, better is the end of a thing than its beginning, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. The end of a matter is better than the beginning, you know. So you might be experiencing something, and maybe it's at work, your relationship, whichever area you are in, and you're like, yo, me, I feel like giving up, me, I feel like doing this and this, because you're so disappointed, you're so discouraged, and you're wondering, where is this situation heading? Why me? Why is it happening to me? What have I done? God, why me? And that is just the beginning of the matter, but the end of it is what really matters. I don't know if that's really making sense of sijui kama nimeleta your point home vizuri. And yeah, that's how I would say my year, that's how it has been. Like, hii word may prevail kwa sababu when the year began, of course, I had all the, what do you call them, nilikuwa na new year resolutions. And you know, when you get to the half of the year, like July, you're seated like this and you're wondering, bado hizi resolutions zitawaka kweli ama tutazipush forward tena to the next year, and you keep on writing resolutions, but never of them works. I don't know if you have ever experienced that. If you have a book, comment hapo, what are some of the resolutions zenye uliwahi kuwa nazo na ni from when? Maybe kuna zenye uliandika 2019 na mpaka leo sijai fulfill, but here I am. God knew the desires of my heart. God knew I was really struggling, and I really needed a good phone. And here we are today, guys. I mean, God is amazing. Me nakwambia, I don't know how I can express what God has done for me. I am so happy, I am so excited, and I can't wait to do amazing contents for you guys. At least now, if I travel somewhere, I'm able to do nice content. I'm able to do content at the comfort of my zone. Sahi ni mimi sasa ni watu wako, yo Dama, unaweza nitumia zile picha na Telegram, unaweza nitumia zile video na Telegram. I know, right? But anyway, yeah, here we are, and that's how I got my iPhone 15 Pro Max. I'm just here to encourage you that whatever you need in this life, whatever you're desiring in this life, so long as you've meditated about it and it's positive, God will grant you at the time. I mean, God will grant you the desires of your heart at His right time. Sometimes we are like, yo, me, God, I need a car. I'm struggling so much to travel from one point to another, but God ako zile za hapana, mi na feel hii gari nikikupatia sahi, you won't even worship me. Utakuwa unaenda masherehe nini, tusikie tena accident imefanyika huko. So God anajuanga time ya kukupatia kitu, na most of the times inakujanga 11th hour, time yenye hata by the way give up and you're not even thinking about it. That's how our God operates. That's how our God works. He gives us what we desire according to His best time. So please, one thing I always encourage people is let us learn to be patient. It doesn't matter how quick you want it, but so long as it just happen. I always say when you pray, God anakuanga na answer tatu. Kuna yes, no, and wait. So remember, when you're praying and it has not happened the way you wanted, there is waiting. And that is where we lose it all. We start doing some funny things so that we can get whatever we want at that particular time. But at the end of the day, we suffer the consequences and we start regretting. And that's when you're like, God, unikumbuke, Yesu. And God is like, yo, I had told you to wait, but woko na tuko na kirere, so nikaacha ufanye, and then you suffer the consequences. So guys, just write down, always write down. Kuna hiyo book inasema write down ni vision ama inakwanga nini, whatever book I'm talking. I think it's in Habakkuk. Just write down your vision, put it in a paper. The desires, put it in a paper. Ile siku zitakuja kufulfill, utakuwa na tick ukisema I desired for this, God gave me at this particular time. I desired for this, God gave me at this particular time. And trust me, all things are going to work together for good. Otherwise, that's what I had for you today. A lot of content is coming. Your content, your friends, then you to stop here. We're supposed to do a part 2. It is coming your way. Please be patient with me. And then the next one, I'm going to talk about how I actually got my first job ever since I was born. You better keep it locked. Share this video to whoever you feel it will be blessed, ama ita encourage, ama ita inspire, whichever source it will land in. Please share. Make sure you subscribe again if you haven't subscribed. Thanks a lot for taking your time to watch me, and I love you guys. Tell me what you want me to talk about. I just have a lot of things, but according to how mmekuwa mkiniwe, tell me what you think I should talk about, and yeah, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching.